I'm Shamekia.
And I'm Tashee. Welcome to Konversation.
Because child, they be all in the Kool-Aid.
And don't know the flavor.
So y'all come sit with us to see what the flavor really giving. Today's topic is...
Ride or die or drive by.
Shoo. So come on in and join us for Kool-Aid Conversation. Okay. I don't feel like you will be put in that many positions where you having to risk it all. Because to me, that's a ride or die. Willing to risk it all to save you.
Right.
Like sacrificing yourself. I feel like in a healthy relationship, we're building each other. We're covering each other. We're protecting each other. So I'm not going to put you in a position where you having to risk it all or risk yourself. And don't put me in a position to have to do that. Because, we're kingdom minded. We're building. We ain't got time to...
Right. And I agree with everything you're saying. But you just saying you wouldn't even use that term in a healthy relationship.
I feel like words are powerful.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful with words you use and you speak out over yourself, your relationship, your spouse. And
right.
Then some men, like we talked about talking too much in a relationship. I feel like some men, when you let them know that you are willing to ride or die,
that's when they start.
Get ready to be a zombie now, because they start stabbing, you about to die.
Yeah.
And some men really would test you in that way just to see, like, how much do you love me? Like, do you love me enough to die again and again and again? So to me, when I hear ride or die, I hear how much
you can take
mess you willing to take to show me you love me and you down for me. And I don't want to be with nobody where I gotta do all that to prove my love.
How deep is your love?
How deep is your love? It's shallow if I gotta get around that, baby.
I know they're real. So, with that being said, well, we basically, how do you define, we define ride or die, did we? How do you define it?
To me, ride or die is, if we're talking about ride or die woman.
Oh. You look cute too.
Thank you. I didn't do this on. You look cute.
I didn't do this on, girl.
Look, my little TikTok shit. I didn't do this shit on.
You did it on TikTok?
Okay, it's in the little outside.
But
it is. I just took a sip on it.
It was my cousin made.
Oh. So to me, a ride or die woman in a relationship, right? To me, a ride or die woman is a woman. Go ahead. I think it's like a woman with extreme unhealthy loyalty. Like I said, to the point where you're willing to risk it all, betray yourself, maybe in some instances disrespect yourself or allow yourself to be disrespected, put in positions that are dangerous or disrespectful, just to prove to the man, like, I got you at all costs, even if that means me dying. Right. Again and again and again.
Over and over. For real. What that TikTok say?
I rolled and died. Now you a zombie.
Yeah.
You a zombie.
Yeah. And then you just functioning,
I feel like, that's why most women end up being like a shell of themselves.
They become numb.
Yeah. You're a shell of yourself. You done gave and gave and gave and gave. And I think a lot of times in those type of relationships, what is the man doing?
Yeah.
To prove how much he love you.
Nothing.
Like how much shit is he willing to take and go through? It's like they say men condition, but they can't take it.
No, they're not gonna take what we take. So, why do women ride for that man and not their friends?
Ooh.
Like, I love my friends. I feel like I would ride for them, but you got some women that, they gonna ride for their man.
They'll forget their man a lot quicker
than their friends. But a friendship can be ride or die too. Considered ride or die.
I feel like love. Like I feel like a lot of women just want that type of love, romantic love. Want that relationship, want that family, want all of it. Now me on the other hand, I'm a ride for my hitters. Before I ride for that nigga.
Right. You know how bros before hoes. For real. Like, I agree with that term.
Yeah, I'm riding with my girls. Like, because I know they're going to ride for me. But I feel like no matter the type of relationship, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, if you're gonna define it as a ride or die, have some boundaries.
Yeah. It also needs to be reciprocated. Like you
Yeah.
said, you gonna ride for yours. I mean, they're gonna ride for you, so you're gonna ride for them.
Right. And a lot of times I feel like in a romantic relationship, the man ain't riding that hard like
No.
how that woman is. Okay, like you riding so hard, he out here cheating and doing whatever, but that my man, I don't want to forgive him. You go cheat on him and you can go have a conversation. He is out.
Out the door.
He is out. All that stuff he expect for you to go through to prove yourself to him, if you did just a piece of it to him, he's out.
Yeah.
He ain't no rider. No, baby. Chin up, chest out.
So, ride or die, you do describe it as being toxic.
I think it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like all relationships and all individuals in a relationship need to have boundaries. Like, it need to be conversations had, like, what are you willing to tolerate? You know, what are you willing to take? What are you not going to do? And I feel like if your spouse loves you and respects you, again, they wouldn't put you in those type of positions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Okay, so do you think that men like have no sense of loyalty?
Yeah, they do. They're very loyal,
But
to themselves.
Yeah.
To themselves.
No, I ain't think you gonna say that, but you're right.
To themselves,
baby. So I'm gonna say no. Cause I mean,
selfish.
Yeah, very.
Not all men. Not all men.
Yeah.
Let's throw that out there. But I'm gonna say about a good 85%. They're loyal to themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're not really capable of being ride or die. Well, I ain't gonna say they're not capable. They are, but
again, they are not going to go through half the stuff that women go through.
Yeah.
To save that relationship, to prove how much they want her. You know, like I said, he can go cheat, have kids, all that. He expect you to love him enough to stay. Right? You have a phone conversation with a man. Oh, I can't deal with this. It's over. They're out.
Yeah.
They ain't no ride about it.
So how do you know when you're riding and thriving?
Riding and thriving, I think for a lot of women, we don't know when we are riding and thriving, and we also don't know when we're riding and dying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's how we get sucked into those type of relationships because we think we are taking one for the team, building this man up,
right?
Trying to be Miss Bob the builder, Brenda the builder. You know, I'm proving to him how much I love him, and you don't even know he is sacrificing you over and over and over again. You don't even know you die again until you shell yourself. And I feel like that trauma can have you when you do get in a situation where you're thriving or could thrive, you kind of self-sabotage it because now you're hyper vigilant.
Right.
Now your guard's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it just takes for you to heal.
Yeah.
And again, have an honest conversation with yourself about what are your boundaries, what type of relationship you want, what type of man you want, and stand on it.
Yeah. But what if they don't need, well, I'm not going to say they don't need, everybody needs a little healing, but like they're semi-healed and, you know, maybe they still can't recognize that they're thriving in a relationship.
I don't know. I feel like if you're healing and you're doing the work, you can tell
yeah.
when you're thriving. You know what I'm saying? Like in spirituality, you know, we talk about doing shadow work. And I feel like when you actually sit with yourself, get you a therapist maybe, and sit with yourself and deal with your traumas, because I feel like, you know, a lot of relationships can cause a lot of traumas. You sit with yourself, you work through those traumas, you recognize the things you went through, what you liked about that past relationship, what you didn't, or relationships, what you didn't like, what you did like, and you learn and you grow from it. Like,
yeah.
Like what I want. So when you get somebody that's different,
yeah, it'll come easy, naturally.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't say easy, but I feel like you don't have your kinks to work through, but I feel like you will know.
It's not a struggle.
It's not a struggle. And that's the thing. I feel like that ride or die relationship, that's
a
struggle love.
yes,
That's struggle.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to have to war for your love. I don't want to have to, you know,
Fight to prove it. Yeah.
die over and over and over and then be glorified later on.
Yeah.
You know, like you see people that get married after 10 years, 15 years, and he put her through a lot, but she stood beside him.
Right.
Now look at him. Now look at him.
Sure.
Thriving.
They still together.
They still together. I don't want that to be my story.
Me either.
No, I want you to love me right the first time.
Yeah.
The first time. Like, I don't want struggle love.
Yeah.
I feel like that ride or die shit, that's some struggle love.
It is.
Cause I ain't got no dope in my house. I ain't risking losing my kids. I ain't risking going to jail. We get pulled over and you a convicted felon, you got some stuff you ain't supposed to have, don't look at me. I'm not that type of ride or die.
Hey, she snitching.
What? I am going to be Beyonce. I'm single. Like, I'm not snitching, but I'm not taking the charge.
I know. Yeah.
I'm not finna sit up and be like, it's mine.
Right. Hell.
That was mine. You got a lot of women that do that. You know, most women that are incarcerated, they're in there because of drug related stuff that weren't even theirs.
Right.
They ride or die.
Yeah. Ride or die.
Yeah. And while they're incarcerated, you think that man riding or dying on the outside?
Yeah. And those are the men that like to to let your woman take the fall. Wow, it's like,
baby, they'll be my third strike. You ain't got nothing on your
right.
You go.
Not evil.
No.
Evil.
Look. Yeah.
Evil.
Selfish. Babe, if they get me, I'm going.
No sense of loyalty.
I'm going that road for real.
That evil, man.
She like, okay. Yeah, baby, you probably do about 3 years and you out.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not doing 30 seconds.
Right. No. Yeah. It's too much.
I'm not doing 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you gotta be careful when you tell a man you were his ride or die, or you.
I've never done that though. Never. I ain't never told nobody I'm your ride or die. That don't even sound right coming out of my mouth. I'm gonna ride or die for you. No. But you know what? Them actions be showing it.
You ain't gotta say it.
David, I be showing it. Damn. So
even with that, without you saying it, yeah, because once you show a man,
yeah, it's a wrap.
You would have die over and over. He about to stab your ass up every opportunity, babe.
Yeah.
And
I got some scars on my back.
Girl, at one point I didn't think I had a back no more. I'm trying to tell you, like, but I think that again, that comes from the woman just trying to make it work.
Yeah.
Improve her loyalty.
Yeah.
Improve she loved him.
Yeah.
And you dying. Like, I know I've been in relationships where I felt like I had lost myself and, just trying to make it work and try to be understanding. But let me tell you something. The more with a toxic man, you forgive them, the more they're about to take you.
Yep.
If you show them you will forgive them for anything, they're about to take you through anything. And I kind of felt like really them niggas were graduating each time. It was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So, okay, you passed this first test. Let's see what you about to do on this one.
To the point you can't even, you can't stop it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Well, I would say you can't stop a grown person from doing anything. You can just control
But
it.
I mean, to the point it's just out of hand.
I feel like the longer you stay in those type situations, it gets out of hand. So it's really like what all you are allowing or what are you tolerating.
Yeah.
Like, so for women like that, again, you have to know your worth.
Right.
Yeah, a man that loves you is not gonna put you in a position where you have to sacrifice yourself or risk it all.
Right.
Yeah. Or he's not gonna put you through struggle love to prove how much you love him. You know, he won't need 3 and 4 and 5, 7, 11, 8, 9, 10 million chances.
Right.
Because he don't want to lose you. He knows your worth. He respects you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like they're ride or die. I'm riding by.
Me too, especially at my age now. I'm riding by. Back then.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna say back then. Very, very recently.
I know, look at me. Well, they're my past. Back then, I'm gonna say back then. They're my past.
They're my past too. But I ain't gonna look. Cause we here to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't for me, but I'm alive now, so.
But then too, I feel like sometimes men will take advantage of you because I do feel like some women are just naive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I hadn't dated him much. Like after I got divorced, I had been in a relationship for like 20 years.
Yeah.
I hadn't been out there dating.
And that's a long time.
Yeah, and once I got back on the dating scene, baby.
But you know what, Shamekia, I still feel like your situation is equivalent to us women still not knowing how to date.
Most definitely.
Like, I don't know how to date. Still to this day, I'm learning, I'm trying. But I feel like that's equivalent. You going out there blind.
I know it is because, you know.
Women blind.
Yeah, like I said before, like, I say I was dating, but I'm not even, if I'm being honest, it really wasn't even dating. I met somebody, I really liked them, we vibed, and now we go together. You know, I didn't take the time to really just date.
Yeah.
To see what I like, what I don't like.
Hard questions, yeah.
Ask those hard questions. You know, and I feel like I had to learn, how to detach, the beginning detachment.
Yeah.
You know, that first 1 red flag, 2 red flags, baby, get out of there.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you. Some of these men are energy vampires. They will suck you dry.
For real.
Suck you dry. I feel like that's their ride or die type situation. Now, we did ask some guys what are their definition of a ride or die. And they have completely different definitions. And I feel like, though, that's why they put women through all the stuff they put them through. Because they have a very different take on ride or die. You know, so I heard a ride or die. And that's how they manipulate you to be one. I heard a ride or die is a woman that's going to stick with you through anything when you ain't got nothing and help you build. Don't do that. Don't do that. You gonna help that man get up there and he gonna cut you loose.
He gonna ride by.
What are that, acrimony?
Yeah.
She was a ride or die.
She was.
Yeah. And then he married somebody else and she had to watch it later live out her dreams. Don't do it. Don't do it. What else they said a ride or die was? A loyal woman. That's gonna stick with you through thick and thin.
Yeah. No matter what.
Don't do it. Get ready to go through the thick of it. Over and over and over again. Now I'm all for building with somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm all for these.
That's the difference, between sticking with somebody through thick and thin or no matter what.
But really I feel like this though. I feel like it's just an issue in black community, right? I really feel like, for men, you shouldn't even be dating or trying to be in a relationship until you have yourself together. I don't really feel like a woman should have to come in and build you.
Try to fix you, yeah.
I
don't either.
Other cultures, the guys already have themselves together, already have themselves established, and I feel like in our community, our men are looking for mothers, nurturers, somebody to, kind of lead the way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I feel like, and for women too, like,
feed them.
You shouldn't be dating until you have yourself together.
Right.
And so when y'all do come together,
you can build off of each other.
Yeah, y'all have a stronger foundation and you can build off of each other.
Versus, or add to,
yeah. Versus you gotta keep my car. I've never done it, but I'm just saying. You gotta keep my car, or you know what I'm saying?
I'm laughing. I don't. Girl,
shouldn't be dating if you ain't got. You gotta keep my car.
And I had to take him everywhere. I was taking him everywhere, child. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay. Well, I have a friend. She met this really nice guy. Really nice, right? He's very handy. He helps out around the house, can do anything, can cook, all of it. But he don't have a job. Should she ride or die in this situation?
Right by.
Well, he got potential.
Why he got no job? Is he handicapped? He ain't. Obviously, he handy. Is he handicapped? Like,
No, he ain't handicapped.
but he can be putting that like he's handy, right, around the house. He can make
He do
money.
little odd end jobs.
Okay,
But
but
he
it's
don't
nothing
have.
stable. Right by. I mean, I'm just being honest. I have a friend, or her previous situation. He didn't pay no bills, so none.
Not even a water
So
bill.
do you here and there,
Girl,
didn't want to really.
I would hit the gas on ride by.
Yeah, so yeah, ride by. You gotta have a job. You gotta have a job, and you gotta pay bills.
So why do you think women get caught in relationships like that with men that don't have jobs? Not even really trying to get a job.
Pure love. That's what I think. Like they just love them, and they see the potential. Like
They
you
love with
said.
the potential.
Yeah. That's it.
Ladies,
But I could.
your man should come already potential.
Right. I could never. Okay, let me go back.
So I guess it brings. What you about to say?
Nothing. Ride by.
So I feel like, when we're talking about ride or die, I feel like for most men, they define it as unconditional love.
Yeah.
That means you love me unconditionally, no matter what.
Going back to when you said they want their mothers, in a relationship. Your mother is gonna love you unconditionally.
So you don't feel like your spouse can love you unconditionally?
Mm-mm.
Hell no.
Everybody has a breaking point. So
Yeah, that's your mom.
yeah, that's your mom.
Your
She
mama.
birthed you, so no matter what you do, go to prison, whatever, do drugs, she's gonna love you. I don't want no crackhead, so that's a condition to
But
my
you
life.
have some women that stick with a man.
They do.
When they're
They do.
trying to beat substance abuse and
Yeah,
stuff
they
like
do. They do. I'm not one of them.
that.
I don't think I could.
No.
I don't think
So your love comes with conditions?
it does. Yep. If I'm being honest, yeah, it does. Yours?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like because you have to love yourself unconditionally. And so if you love yourself unconditionally, you're going to have to have conditions when it comes to loving others, right? Because if loving you unconditionally means betraying me or me disrespecting myself or compromising my boundaries, compromising my self-worth, then what are we doing? Because
Yeah.
I'm a strong believer we can only love others at the capacity we love
ourselves.
ourselves.
Yep.
So if I'm not loving myself unconditionally enough to have standards and boundaries and self-respect and self-love, I can't give that to you.
Nope. I agree.
Yeah, I can't give that to you. So it may come a point where out of respect for myself, deuces.
Yeah.
Out of love for myself, deuces.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like a lot of times, especially in these ride or die relationships, women end up being, and the man expects you to be more loyal to them than you are to yourself.
They do. That's why you have the man saying, I didn't think you were gonna leave me. When you really,
Story
when
of
they
my
really,
life.
when they
Story
realize
of my
you're really
life.
gone. Why you didn't think I was gonna leave you and I was telling you?
Because you already showed them you was a ride or die.
Yeah, but no, I'm not. I mean, it happens just that quickly. one day you wake up and those conditions
To me, it don't be quick. It may seem
it don't, but it's a process leading up to.
Yeah, because I think it's like we talked about.
It seems quick to them.
Yeah, to them, because they're happy, they got everything going
right.
on.
And then one day it's like,
I done had enough.
yeah.
You know, it's like we discussed previously, like, you know, our breakup type, like we're the kind of go back and let you, you know, hurt
the
me.
wait strategy.
The wait strategy, yeah.
Yeah.
Hurt me over and over until I no longer love you.
Basically wait until I hate you. Yeah.
I don't want to, well, I'm not like that no more. I don't want to be like that no more. I want to, like, detach. I'll jump.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
But a lot of times these guys don't be paying attention to the signs. You know.
They go on about their day happy. Ooh, she love me. She love me. That's my baby.
You don't even know. She done died and she done rise up from the dead this time.
Right. And she ready to ride by.
She gonna ride by. And now you sitting there looking like
a duck.
What happened? I thought we were good. Thought you loved me, girl. If you love me, you'll forgive me this 11 million times.
Yeah. I sure had somebody tell me, I was happy. Like, for real. And I wasn't. Now, what on earth, how were you happy? Because, like, you knew I wasn't. You knew I wasn't happy.
But they knew, because you proved you was a ride or die, you was okay with sacrificing yourself.
Yeah.
And they was okay with allowing you to do that.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, you do become numb to
bullshit.
Yeah. And I guess I was still letting the shit just fly. But again, I told you I'm a noted kind of girl. I was noting everything, but you know, I'm just letting it build up. So,
Yeah.
But they were happy.
And I had one of them tell me by the time I done became a zombie and decided to creep up out of there, he was like, we're better than this. We're better than what? Better than me leaving?
I know.
We weren't better than that when you was out here living your best single life while you was in a relationship. We weren't better than that then.
Girl. Now this is the story of my life.
Yeah. So why do you feel like people get toxic relationships confused with healthy relationships? Like, you know, like I said, I'm all for building and we building each other, but people get caught up in those, in that toxic type relationship with the ride or die mentality, thinking that they are building, thinking that it is healthy. Why do you think they get that confused?
That's a good question. Why do people get toxic relationships confused with
healthy
relationships?
When you building each other.
You know what, Shamekia?
Well, both people are happy, not just one person.
Right, but I feel like that the person, you're not confused. They're not confused. That you know that this is toxic.
I can say
you know that it's not healthy, but you still
think you're working towards an end goal. You still feel like y'all have an opportunity to grow together. I feel like that's why women stay so much, because they're waiting for this person to reach their potential.
I was about to say the potential that they see and hope. You know, a hope and a prayer. That's all you working off of. That's seriously. That's how you working off of. Now that's because you know it's toxic.
So when I did my healing, right, it's like you know that it's toxic. Granted, but when I was doing my shadow work, I feel like for me, even with me knowing it's toxic, I can say I had never had a great or a good example of a healthy relationship. So I didn't have nothing to measure by.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, you know, at least I'm married. That's doing good.
Okay.
You know, my family together, that's doing good. Or I'm engaged, that's doing good. That's doing something.
Yeah.
And you know, not having an example of what a healthy relationship looks like. You know, I just feel like I must be doing something right. Got a ring.
Right. And that's the goal for, I'm gonna say, most women.
Right.
to be married, not knowing or not just, well, they know.
I feel like at all costs.
Yeah. Like, you got women who are in those toxic situations and they still get married, knowing they ain't got no business being married. And those marriages last, what? Some won't last a long time, but some won't.
And you get cheated on there,
Yeah,
or did dirty the entire time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of women settle. They settle for the ring because they feel like, you know, the win. You know, the other ones they're nothing. You know, like, but you're settling and you getting yourself a butt man. Like, he married me, but he cheated. He put a ring on it, but he got a side chick on half for 5 years. He take care of the bills, but you know what I'm saying? And I feel like if they really sat with themselves and did the work, you don't have to settle for a butt man. You get you an and man.
Right.
He married me and he paying his bills.
Right. I like that.
He makes sure the house is good and he respects me
Right.
and he's loyal. You know, you get you an and man.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, you don't have to settle for a butt man.
Yeah.
You don't have to settle for a butt men forever. But I'm in a space now. I'm waiting for my and.
Yeah, me too. Girl, I've been proposed to and no, we were at our lowest.
And that's what they want to do.
And you try to give me a ring? Like, I said no.
You said no. I did.
But what on earth would make that man think I was gonna say yes?
It's like they're Hail Mary. That's like that. I gotta do something.
It wasn't even genuine to me anyway. Like, I didn't even feel like it was genuine. It was just because I was gone.
Well, I want to applaud you and commend you for standing on it because I feel for it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Girl, this man proposed. I'm talking about. I just got back with him because I left. I'm talking about maybe a month after getting back with him. He proposed. I'm talking about.
And he said yes.
But he did like, he made it like into a big deal. I'm talking about, had somebody recording, had random people involved as I'm walking down the street and handing me stuff. Girl, I was like, ooh. And so he proposed. I'm like,
after it had been a month of y'all
being broken up.
But you know what?
Every how long it told for him to go back to his old ways after that. Girl, he put a big old thing on Facebook. Better get it right, fellas, when you meet the right one. I'm talking about, I was like, he changed. I get it, girl, probably 3 weeks later. A month, if I'm stretching it. Before he went right back his old ways. And the thing is, it was never his true intentions to get married. Yeah, that's why it never happened. I'm thankful that it didn't. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it never happened. It was just really a proposal to keep me in the loop.
So did you feel like it was genuine on his part? Like, did you feel that, like, in the moments? Because you said you know.
In that moment.
We know you were genuine about the way you felt, receiving.
Yeah, but I was genuine about it because, I did see, like, forever with this person. Yeah. And I feel like, I'm going to say that, I know that person loved me and he probably saw forever, but it was going to be eventually after he got through doing what he wanted to do. So I feel like that proposal was a way to string me along and keep me hooked until he was ready.
They think that's what you want.
Right. So it wasn't what he wanted.
So
low down girl. Have you planned a wedding?
What you want? Well, I knew I went,
Girl. I done told these helpers out.
No, it's a no from girl.
They don't type of ride down.
Yeah, I ain't that tight. I'm gonna foot on your neck. I'm a ride or die, but my foot on your neck too.
So my foot is always on his neck. There was no complaints. Yeah. But I really just felt like he really was ready to get married. Or two, I'll say this. I'm gonna say this. Being honest, deep down I knew this person wasn't ready for marriage and that type of commitment. I feel like I wanted it so bad that I kind of overlooked, the red flags and the signs because it's something I wanted. And I feel like a lot of women get caught up in situations like that because they want this wedding, they want this marriage, and they're not thinking about what the day-to-day life is going to be like. You know what I'm saying? The reality of the situation. You did me dirty, dude.
You allowed it.
I did. That's why I'm not even mad at him.
Yeah.
That's why earlier when you said our man loyal, and I said to themselves.
Yeah, to
That's
themselves.
something I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, not all men, just some, but it's something I had to learn. Like, he was being him.
Yeah.
That's him. He was a hoe before I met him. He was a hoe when I met him. He was a hoe during the entire relationship. He probably still a hoe now. Yeah. So, and I knew that.
Yeah.
Like they be talking about men can't turn hoes into housewives. We can't turn y'all either.
Look, when the person did propose to me or whatever, I knew it was fake in front of jump. Bought a ring, took it back, but like after that situation, I ended up talking to a person that he used to date or whatever, and they told me a situation that they had went through. And this is without her knowing that he had ever proposed to me. And
same thing.
Yeah. She was like, girl, one time we had Jay got the fight. And he turned around and said, will you marry me? And she just was like, he toxic. And I'm like, very much so. But it's just funny. Like, men are so routine. I know the one that I had, just routine.
Me too.
Predictable.
Me too.
So, say anything, say anything, but it's the same thing.
Men like that, they're broken, right? But I say they're chameleons. Like, they change depending on where they're at, who they are around. Yeah. They are whoever they need to be at that time to get whatever it is they want. So why you need to be riding or dying for them? They don't even know who they are.
No, they don't. They don't. I'm going to tell you, been the same. And I could tell, like, I could just, from talking to her, dang, he did the same thing to me. And I already know he gonna do the same thing.
To the next person?
Yes, the same thing. Again, he's routine.
Yeah. A lot of them are. So, I guess, for me, that ride or die stuff, I'm gonna let them young girls have it.
What?
But I do want to give advice. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth your self-respect, like, for real.
No, not worth your self-respect, or it's not worth anything that causes you to betray yourself. You can risk it all, and that man is going to take it all. And probably go give it to somebody else.
Oh, most definitely.
And now you really gonna let up. Don't take it all. Go give it to somebody else.
So drive by.
Foot to the pedal. Foot to the pedal, baby.
And you hate to be like that, but
I don't. I don't.
I do. I want to be a lover girl. I want to be a lover girl.
To the right man.
I know.
To the right man. So feel good when you foot to the pedal past.
Right, almost definitely.
That talk.
And I'm just talking, but
I'm a lover girl. I am a hopeless romantic. But I can say I don't regret any relationship I've ever been through because I feel like that was all for the building and the making of me. I had to learn and grow and evolve from that. And so now I'm ready for my kingdom spouse. I'm ready for my divine masculine.
So do you ever get upset? Not upset, but just think about how long it took you to get to this spot. Like sometimes I just kind of like, why it took me so long, like to understand or realize. Like I'm just now understanding, like the things that me and you talk about. Like I didn't know most of this stuff, but you got social media kind of guiding you and teaching you too now. Like they'll tell you some of the stuff. Like me and you'll talk about something, and then I'll see it after the fact, or I'll see something before me and you even talk about something.
Yeah, I mean, I get triggered, but I think it goes back to what we talked about before. It's really about training your mind to be stronger than your heart, because when your heart is that, I don't care who you got guiding you, I don't care who tell you, honey, me, the guy went to therapy, and therapy did 3 sessions. Why y'all together? He looked at me and said, you know what you got to do?
That's crazy. He said it in front of him.
Yeah. He said, you know what you got to do.
But you know what?
And then on the ride
I
home,
commend him for going. He went.
look, no, on the ride home, he over there doing you talking about. But I stayed. Even, you know.
At least he went.
Girl,
At
please.
least you went.
No. Because that's why he was willing to go. Girl, please. And he probably went to somebody else's house.
But that ain't worth a damn.
That ain't worth a shit.
Ain't worth a damn.
No, that's like that fake engagement.
Yeah.
Just, going through the motions.
Right.
But, I feel like it's a matter of training your mind to be stronger than your heart, and just knowing when to detach. Like, because, you know, when the heart won't what the heart wants, girl, you find yourself in those type of ride or die situations.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hope I don't learn my lesson.
I don't know, but you know what? But I do get triggered, like you asking, because I think about, like, my family and friends will like leave him alone. And you know how you asking why we ride for that man, not ride for them. You know those are my hitters. I'm gonna ride for them. But when they started putting their mouth on him, when they started putting their girl, I'm going like toe to toe. And I want to apologize to y'all. I love y'all because
She's sorry.
I am sorry because they used to be like, oh, can't nobody bring his name up. You know how she get about him. And I know I would hurt their feelings.
I would have been mad too.
Yeah, because they were coming from a place of love, and I'm with her ready to tag down with them about their man.
Yeah.
That were doing me so bad.
But you went yeah.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again. It won't happen again.
Gonna listen to him, huh?
Yeah. And I guess to me, I thought I was being a ride or die at that point because I was like, you gotta cover your person and don't let nobody talk about your person. I don't care who it is. And, you know, just being loyal to the point that was just too extreme. Yeah, because I know they love me and they have my best interest at heart.
Yeah.
They're not gonna tell me anything wrong.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, girl. I was like, fight. They don't talk about that.
Nah, I ain't never been in that situation to where.
Yeah, they'll just give me advice.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to hear it. So.
Yeah.
And I thought, protecting my man. Don't talk about him. Even though he got caught cheating for the 50th time. He said he's sorry.
Right.
He said he's sorry.
That's my man, I'm gonna stick beside him.
Yep, they're mine. I don't never want to be a loyal again.
Yeah.
I'm naturally a loyal person.
Yeah,
like when I'm with you, I'm with you. But I don't want to be so loyal to the detriment of it crushing my spirit and my soul and compromising who I am.
Yeah.
Like I really was a zombie from riding and dying. I didn't even recognize myself.
That's how I felt. I felt like after I had my second child, like I didn't think I was pretty. Like just from like I was looking dusty. Like for real. Like wig was bad. I was like, wait a minute. And I felt like it was because of the relationship.
Yeah, you
did. Like, I was at home. Like, I wasn't going nowhere. And, like, I was seeing my friends, like, being outside. And I just like, dang, I wish I was with them. And I ain't never used to just wish I was outside, but I wished I was with them. But, child, you were riding, died, to, like you said, you don't even recognize yourself.
Trying to prove that you a good girl, loyal.
Yeah.
Trying to live to their standards, so they put you on. And the whole time they be out here being some real slime balls, like some real scum.
Yeah, because I know the whole time I was in the house, that's what was going on. girl, you like that mean girl. You better get your stupid ass outside.
Come outside.
Good, yeah.
Outside ain't never cheated. Outside ain't never hurt you.
Outside ain't get nobody pregnant. Outside ain't.
Outside always going to Elsa Cut everywhere.
Yeah. Take your stupid ass outside.
So I ain't no ride or die. So if you looking for a ride or die, ride on by me.
Yeah. We're reformed.
Right. I am queen minded. I need a kingdom minded man. We're gonna build together, you know. Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, ladies. So, you know, we want to know what y'all think about being a ride or die.
Are you riding by? Or are you riding and thriving?
Yeah. So, and if you want to share some of your ride or die experiences with us, we would love to hear it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we are a community where we're trying to grow and learn from each other. So share your experiences. We would,
Yeah.
Drop it in the comments and everything. And
Oh yeah. Like, subscribe, share.
we thank you for tuning in to Kool-Aid Conversations.